what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon with Campbell Fitness. In today's video, what I want to talk about is specialized training routines for people going on a cut or caloric deficit. And the reason I want to talk about this is in response to a lot of comments and questions I've received lately on my Wendler 531 videos. A lot of you have said, you're really interested in this routine, except that you want to wait till you're on a bulk because you can't do this routine on a cut. That being said too, I've seen a lot of questions in the comments of people in the past who seem to have a misconception that when you go on a cut or a caloric deficit that you need to do very high rep, low weight, high volume workouts. And the thought process behind it is you just don't have enough energy in order to do these heavy compound movements that you're used to. The problem with that is you're really getting away from the stuff that got you where you are in the first place. And that is the tried and true routines that build the most muscle and also build the most strength. So just because you're maybe changing your caloric intake or increase the level of cardio you're doing, I'm going to tell you still shouldn't get away from what got you there. So if it's the case where you're going on a caloric deficit or a cut, don't change your routine just because you're changing something else in your diet or cardio plans. Instead, what you might need to do is either decrease the frequency at which you train or maybe decrease some of the total volume, but you still want to keep your training the same. Your body builds muscle in response to the stimulus that you provide it, in which most case for us, it's heavier weights progressively overloaded. Now, why would you get away from that when you're going on a cut? You'll also notice that most people who go on a cut end up losing strength. Well, besides the fact that they're in a caloric deficit, one of the reasons why this might happen is because they're getting away again from what got them there and what showed them results in the first place. Without providing your body proper stimulus, there's no real reason for it to hold on to that muscle, especially when you're in a caloric deficit. Now, of course, it's not realistic to think that you can continue to gain strength or size while on a caloric deficit. However, some gains are still possible. The way I like to look at it is if you can at least maintain your strength while on a cut or decreasing the amount of body fat you have, that's a win in my book. The reason being is you're technically getting stronger because you're able to lift the same weight but at a lower body weight. So take that into consideration if you're going to go on a cut and a caloric deficit. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Stick with the basics and stick with the routines that work for you. The best thing you can do is really listen to your body and see how it responds. If you need to, some of the things you can do is decrease total volume or decrease training frequency in line with your new goals and how your body feels after training. But again, don't get away from the basics, keep it real, and stay big.